Hi, Nancy Burt-Preece here. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Here's my email, my website. It's April, so here's my April host code, my Facebook business page, and YouTube channel. I am about 9 people away from 1,000 on my YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed, please like and subscribe. Watch to the end. Share with all your crafting friends. And if you think of somebody that might like my channel, please share. I'd love to have more subscribers. So thank you so much for those of you that have already done that. So today we're doing a corner fold card with the Zinnia. This is an online exclusive. It includes the Simply Zinnia stamp set, the Zinnia 3D embossing folder, which I haven't even gotten out yet, and the Simply Zinnia dies. It also comes with beautiful DSP. Right now, the gems are on back order, but they will be in hopefully soon. So let me show you how to make this. I have the measurements right here. So let me get our parts and pieces here. We need a card base, which is 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. 2 pieces of basic white, which are 4 by 5.5. 5 1/4. That's a mistake. Sorry about that. 5 1/4. We need 1 piece of designer series paper. I could use either side, but I'm going to use this side, which is 3 3/4 by 5. I changed it up from this one in a minute. I'll show you. That's DSP 1. DSP 2 is this piece, 1 5/8 by 3 5/8. DSP 3 is 1/2 by 4 inches. And I have some die cuts, a little bit of the twine in the 3-color pack, which is coming into the new catalog. I used the oval duet punch, which is retiring. So if you like this, I would get it. It's really awesome. And a little bit of Berry Burst and Old Olive. I think that's all. Oh, I also have some gems, which are iridescent. These are all also retiring soon. So lots of great products. Everything goes on sale April 9th. But I'm going to tell you, if you have something you love, get it before April 9th, or it might be gone. That's just how sales work. Everybody gets excited, and we're all ready. So I case this from Patti Dolan and Stamping with Marsha. So I'm going to move this to the side, just so you know. This one is very similar to Patti Dolan's. I'm going to change it up just a little bit. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our card base and we're going to get a pencil. I have my Stampin' Trimmer. I'm putting it on 2 inches. And I'm just going to make a light little mark here at 2 inches. Then what I'm going to do is Park the Dark from my dear friend Missy, helps us remember. We're going to go right to, I don't know if you can see this. I'm just checking. Yeah, I guess you can. I'm getting this lined up in the track here. And this right there, I'm going to move it down so I don't bend the cardstock here. And I'm going to do the scoring blade only. I'm not cutting this one. You can come back and take the pencil mark off. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to fold it this way first. Then I'm going to fold it back and bone fold it. Okay. So that's my first part. Then I'm going to move this to the side for a moment. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to take one of my white pieces. Now, I've seen both of their videos, and what they said is don't worry if you've got extra on the bottom. Line up both sides and have the top really close. So you just have a tiny bit of the Berry Burst. And I'm going to make a little mark right above the line. And right over here, it's hard to see at the score line, just a tiny bit below, just a tiny bit. Now I'm going to take this back into my trimmer. I'm going to line up those two marks. And this time I'm going to cut. So that gives us two pieces. Hopefully I did this right. You know, you never know. Now, if I'm going to replicate a bunch of these, I may actually measure this out and go ahead and make a template so I know how big this is. But I wanted to show you how to get to this point. So I will have this here. And then this will go right there. And it worked. I love when that happens. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this large designer series paper. I changed what she did. She only had it very little. Let me see if I can show you the original. She had it so there was very little white on the outside, which is fine. It's totally fine. But I felt like it needed more white. So I made the designer series paper just a little bit smaller. So it's 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to try to get this as lined up as I can. Now this time, what I'm going to do is put a little mark here right below. Last time it was above. This is below. And then this is a little tiny bit and a little bit bigger than that below. And I will probably get those so that they don't show. I will erase them with my... Now I'm going to put this one and this one in my paper trimmer. Cut them. You could use this, of course I got it kind of goofy, but you could use this, but I really wanted a different color, so I didn't. I didn't use that as a base. So now I'm going to bring in and erase that a little bit. I don't think I needed to do it. I might need to do it on the paper. Nope, I think I got it pretty good. So let's see, I'm going to use some liquid glue to see if this will lay nicely. I love this designer series paper. It is really fun. I like zinnias anyway. I always usually plant them in my garden, and it's just wonderful paper. I like the colors. It's bright. We've just been through winter. We are done with being bright and all of that good stuff. Or done with being dull. Sorry, we need bright. All right, now this will come and go right here. Look how beautiful that fits. That is just... And like I say, if I was going to replicate this a lot, I would make a template. But I wanted to show you how to do it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a few dimensionals on here. And okay, I will get that out. Then I'm going to put this piece. Oops, you got to put it the right way or it doesn't work. This piece right here. And there's not a lot of pink there, but it does. Now, here's a little tip. This is my kind of tip. Let's say this is kind of, you know, you can see it's not really great as far as being pointed. I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of a point. Make sure it doesn't look goofy. Okay, and it just gives it a little more definition. I'm going to take my liquid glue again, make sure I'm putting it on the right side. Yup. If you haven't seen, Stampin' Up! Is coming up with a new catalog that will start May 1st. Some of the prices, like everything else, grocery store, you name it, is going up. So stock up, especially on essentials like cardstock. And if you are interested in a new catalog, please let me know. I would be very glad to get you one. I would love to have you be my customer. So now I'm going to put this other piece we cut, put the right part, if you're looking at it this way, the bottom right and the top left in the track, and cut that in half on a diagonal. Which will give me this little piece right here, which I will glue on. Okay. Now my inside white, what I'm going to do is put a little bit of just a little half inch by 4 inch piece of designer series paper. This makes the inside look like it matches the outside, which is a nice thing. And put that on the inside here. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is adhere this down. I'm not popping it up. Figure you already got the popped up part there. I'm going to take this. It took me forever to figure out that I have to put the adhesive on this part because I want that to go behind the stem. That took me forever to figure that part out. Don't ask me why. It just did. Just making sure this is on. Then I'm going to put, last time I had it going right here, but this time I'm only going to put a little bit of glue here and not on the whole top so it can pop up a little bit. I like that the top pops up there. I'm going to take, oh, how much is this? I got about 6.5 inches of this twine, which will be in the new catalog. It's in the mini catalog currently. And can I get it to tie on camera? No. Let's try her again. Let's see, maybe. I feel like I'm all thumbs. Sorry I haven't been making videos recently. I have been a little under the weather, but I am feeling better every day and looking forward to continuing to do, well, 3 times got to be the charm here. Worst comes to worst, I'll bring the other one out. And gosh, for my people, I'm going to give you more ribbon than I gave you. You think you really need more like, gosh, okay, fourth time. You need more like 8 inches because this is awful small. But we're going to see. You know how you just have that like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to do it. It took me 4 times, but I still did it on camera. And then you just kind of pull the strings. I always make the little bunny ears and then pull the strings. There are so many different ways to make bows. People are bow makers. There's all sorts of things. I'm just doing it lightly like that. I'm going to put just a teeny little, tiny little bit of glue right there. Add my little bow. Get my ribbon scissors out. That's a little bit long. Of course, I just glued it on, so now I'm going to get it, put it back in place. And the last thing we're going to do is this time I'll put on a gem. I'm going to, last time, I think I'll put on, like, these are like, I don't know, yellows, clears, it's hard to tell. Put one right there. So I hope you enjoy this corner fold. So of the two, this is the first one I make. I always make one, see how to do it, and then I make it again and go, oh, I like this one better. I like more white. I think it looks better on the inside. And I also like that this little flower is up there and it almost looks like there's a little face on the stem. There isn't, but just looks like a fun little thing. So I hope you give this card a try and have a great day.